Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone had a great afternoon and an evening. Hope you got some good rest last night. Got to spend some time with family or friends. I'm hopping back on today, this morning. This Minecraft morning. Got some stuff to do. So, yesterday we got this gas Michelin. We named him after our buddy, that big guy. But what the heck? What is this? I've never seen that before. Oh, that's not what I want. How did that get there? Is it cool looking? Oh, okay. I guess it's gone. Well, alrighty then. Let's look at our projects and see what we're gonna do today. So, yesterday we got the Happy Gas. We want to prepare for the giant Sequoia grove. We got a couple of other projects. We got the slime farm. I want to do that in the swamp biome. And we got this copper lighthouse that we want to build. That's probably more long term. Something I wanted to add. So the moss farm. Make a moss farm. Oh, wait, okay, let's get another chest. I'm sorry, not a chest, a sign. Yeah. Uh-oh. Where did I put my... Oh, sorry. Yeah, my organization is not perfect, guys. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, this is what I gotta do. Make the moss farm bigger. So, I think I was browsing the Wikipedia or something yesterday, and I realized that this is only 5x5. You can make it 7x7. So, it's kind of a mistake that I even made it this small, and I'm kind of not happy with the layout. Like, you can see that, and I don't know, it's just unusual. And I'm not getting a infinite source of bone meal. So I'm hoping that if I were to make it bigger, then I could. So that would be something. You know what? Maybe we can experiment with the larger size and see if 7x7 will do it. So sleep and then maybe jump into creative, and we can actually make a better version of it, because I think mine is a little sloppy. So let's do that. And one last thing before I get started, I need to grab some coffee. Okay, I've got my coffee. And let's make this thing a little bigger. So let's start with the obsidian part. I'm not just gonna tear this down, I'm gonna build it over here. Let me turn the lights on. There we go. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let me do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make this square base. So, right off the bat, I can tell this is way bigger. We're gonna get more moss in this area than that. In fact, if we count the number of blocks, it'll be 7 on this side, 7 on that side, so that's 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. So there's gonna be 24 more blocks that have a potential of getting moss. Now, granted, the further away the bone meal or the moss source block is from these blocks, right, the less chance that the moss is going to spread. So I'm hoping, all things considered, it will be more efficient. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Big. Wow, that was crazy. Alright, so the next thing we're going to need is the pistons. So as you can see, this is where the source needs to be of the stone. So I need the pistons to be one block back. I want the stone to generate one step before this. Another thing I realized is I can have water sources on both sides. So I was worried about the water not being able to reach all the way. Well, this will fix that problem. It will reach to the middle, and it will fill up quickly so that we don't generate any cobblestone. And let's get some lava in here. And what we actually need to do is extend all of the pistons. And then fill in the lava. There we go. Now we need to think about the timing. So I have this clock. I think it's set to, it says 6 items, is actually 4, 5, 6. Yep, it is. So if we set this at a cycle of 6, should be able to fill in this area. So actually, if I break this up, you can see it fill in if it's working properly. So let's get the block. So it is two hoppers, 2 sticky pistons, 1 redstone, comparators, block, just like that. Now we need to put some items in. Let's just do dirt. It doesn't matter what you use. Oh. There we go. Oh, and I actually built it backwards. Yeah, let's just flip it real quick. Well, a long time ago, I remember these were difficult to build. They're really not, though. There we go. Those might have just been artifacts of starting up the system. Yeah, that looks good. Perfect. Okay. So I want to lock. Oh, shoot. What the heck? is going on? Oh, I see. That's kind of cool. Hold on. So it's like that. Oh, it burns out. Huh. So you can kind of create like a quick flash that toggles itself. That's cool. See, okay, so there's stone under here. So now we need to be turning this moss into turning the rest of the stone into moss. So let me do that, just so that this is going to be easier to work on. So we're going to need a dispenser. And it has to be from the bottom, because remember, if there is something on top of the moss block, it won't work. And actually, I'm mistaken. It has to be from the side. And then simultaneously, we need a piston on top that will push anything that generates on top of the moss away, because again, there has to be an air block directly above the moss for it to work. Let me just clear this out. Okay. So now I need to power this. But I need to power that first, right? It really doesn't matter. Yes, it does. I have to power the dispenser first, and then I need to power the piston, right? So, oh shoot, again, I'm realizing I made the same mistake as last time. I need this to move out. One. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The whole thing needs to move out. I'm blind. There we go. So if I just do that, it will only turn on the piston. So I think what we need to do is power the dispenser from below. What I did that worked is I put a redstone torch underneath. You can hear it. Let me just put some. I think we can hear it, even if there's nothing in there. So when this redstone is powered, it turns that redstone torch off. When it becomes unpowered, you can hear it. So that's nice, because this means is when the signal is off, this will retract, and then the dispenser will apply bone meal onto this block. so they will be out of sync with each other. So let's power that around. And I'm going to extend the signal. And then this is going to come down to the dispenser. And I need to power that signal again. Where do I need to power? Extend it. It's to, I'll just do it right here. There we go. Alright, can we hear it? Is it working? It is. So this dispenser is turning on right after the piston retracts itself. So in its simplest form, this is it. So let me try to make it a little bit smaller. I need to figure out how to make a target block. Oh, easy, okay. I don't even know if I need that, but here's what I want to do. Let's just get this guy right here. So stone's gonna be there, piston like that, and that. Hoppers, comparators. Are there smaller clocks, by the way, that I just don't know about? I'm sure there is, right? You could do a repeater clock, but it'd have to be really big. The great thing about these, I think hoppers are one tick, right? So every block you put in, it's one tick. Maybe it's, no, there's no way, because 20 of them are not going to move in 1 second. Well, with a hopper clock, you have a lot of control over how long the clock is on. All right. And is there a way to make this more efficient? I don't know. I think it's working fine. What I could do is that gonna go? Why isn't that gonna go? Wait. Why is that not retracting? Oh, whoops. Man. This confuses. There's like a weird block update thing that I just don't know about. Because I'm not very intelligent. Okay. So maybe, looks like there's empty space under here. I can have this kind of a little bit meter if I go under here, and if I use a target block. So the target block, from what I understand, and guys, this is great because you're learning along with me. I don't know very much redstone, so I'm kind of talking through it. So check this out. if I put redstone next to it, it automatically diverts into that block. If I do that with another block, that does not happen. See, it doesn't target that block. I have to like do that. So this redstone is targeting the block that it's on top of only. So put something there, it won't turn up. But if this were a target block, now this redstone is powering this as well. So it will turn it on. So you can see it's turning on and off. That stone. Oh. Oops. There we go. Now I don't need a repeater. Let me test if that's turning on. Of course, it doesn't work now. Oh, whoops. I wish you can control Z in Minecraft. Wouldn't that be great? So unusual. Is it the angle? Okay. This way it won't work. Dude, that's confusing. What? Okay, don't tell me you're gonna work now. Okay, good. What if there was a way that I can power this? Like this. So, if I do that, okay. So it goes at the same time. Wait, does it matter? What I'm trying to figure out is, let me do a small experiment. I think air has to be above this for it to work, but can a transparent block be above it for it to work? So if a piston is extended, it is a transparent block. So as you can see, if I bone meal this, it turns the surrounding block into stone, or into moss. If I do it again, nothing happens, because there's moss right here. So you see now it works. Okay. Can I do it now? No, I cannot. Okay. So it is important that this is retracted. I just don't like the idea of going underneath. If we stay above, we know exactly what's happening. So if I do this, give it a delay, and somehow I want to like power this block or that block without affecting this. I have an idea. The piston can come down from you see? Yes. Good. Good, good, good. And here's the thing. I know someone out there can make this more efficient. And I can just look up a farm and have it all figured out for me. That's not fun. You know, I've played this game a lot, right? And the thing that gets me to quit is when I just get bored because I let everyone else do the work for me. And it gets tiring. Oh, oops. It gets boring. Because the reason this game is fun, I think, isn't because you make farms that give you items. Or it isn't because you get the items that the farms make, but it's actually making them. So I actually want to flip the signal right here. I'll get rid of that. You know what? Perfect. So I think normally... Oh, let me just finish what I was saying. So, to me, the game is fun because you're learning something. And you're making something and trying to understand a system. So, that's why I'm trying to figure this out on my own. And, granted, I am kind of copying basic redstone's design. But I don't actually know if I am or not. If we both happen to make the same thing, that's kind of cool. But I'm trying my best to understand the individual components of this machine and how I can build it on my own. And that is rewarding. So the last thing we need to make is a collection system. So let's kind of build the perimeter. So in all these places, we're going to have, moss flying around, so we want to collect it. So put some glass around. There we go. Can redstone go in glass? Well, oh, whoops. Yeah, let's put this on glass. It'll look better, right? Sometimes I try to use glass and it kind of confuses me. I don't know why it doesn't. Like, it doesn't. Okay, it works. Good. It's still working. Alright, so we just need a system that will push all the moss to the corner. So what I did last time was I just had some dispensers. I think I had, well, I just broke it now. Yeah, I had them here. So if I put water in there, it'll just push everything to the side. So water into the corner. Guess I'm gonna need 2 of these. Dang it. So, let me do another experiment. Let's say we have stone. And I want to turn this into moss. Will it turn into moss if water is on top of it? No, it will not. So I need to make sure you hear the dispenser going when the water is there. That's probably where most of our losses are coming from. The fact that this is running when there's still water. Now, let me set down some stone. So we need this thing to fill up. I don't know why sometimes we still get cobblestone. Probably shouldn't have built a lid on this. Not yet. So we need to make sure there's like a cycle. So I have an idea. Let's see if it'll work. So my idea is that what if when this is extended over here, it does the bone meal and the piston? When it's over here, it will turn the water on and then off. So it sends a signal, turns this on and off one time. So it basically has to send 2 signals, right? Is that as simple as just need an observer? I want to observe this block. So I need to go like 2 over so that I don't disturb. Everything else. Seems to work well. So I need it to actually be the opposite. So when this is off, yep. I think that works. Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't need that. Redundant. Okay, now I do this. So, now I want the dispenser. I want to hear the sound of the dispenser when the water's gone. So I need to add a delay. That works. Yeah, I don't know if that's how I was planning on it working, but it is working. And all of the items are going right here. Wow, okay. Very impressed with myself. Not to be cocky, but maybe there's nothing to be impressed about. I think it's chance. Okay, I'm just looking at that block. I got distracted by it. I think it looks good. So, now I just need a collection system. So, that's where everything will be cycled in. So that's going to be a complete block, so this needs to be a hopper. Can I just place that? No, I need a rail. Okay, then a hopper. Sorry, a chest. Just like that. That was something I didn't like about my last design. It pushed into my hallway. I don't want that. I don't like how you have a hopper and then a chest. Is that a trapped chest? Yeah, it is. Just a normal one. See how it's like cattywampus? I want it like that. Alright, now I need to turn this thing on. So I need to add bone meal. And let's start with 10. And then we'll see if it is efficient. Oh yeah. Hey, it doesn't work. Perfect. Okay, what's the issue? There we go. It just needed some encouragement. Let's get a composter. What the heck is that? Composter chest. Hopper chest. So it looks like we actually need more recovery space. So, like on the edges and everything. Oh, I'm not picking up anything. Wow. Oh, okay. So, let's do that real quick. So it looks like that. that, and that. And then I will need rails and the hopper minecart, just like that. There we go. I know it's kind of janky. And there will always be moss here. There shouldn't be, though. Okay. Ah. Okay, it's not clear to me what exactly came from the farm. So let's do another test. That should be, you go in there. That looks good. That looks better. Okay, maybe I need one more hopper minecart over there. Oh, that fixed it. Okay, sometimes it will fix itself. Alright, the moment of truth. So I put in 10 bone meal. And let's wait for this. While we wait, I will get more coffee. Oh no, okay. Well, not what I was hoping for. TBH. So, I'm curious if we start with all moss, will we get better results? Because why is oh yeah, okay. Okay. So let's say we charge it. There's all smooth stuff in there. Okay, here we go. So I feel like we're giving it the best chance we can. Oh, whoops. So what I'm trying to do is, it seems like on the corners and edges, if no moss generates, the pistons will not create more moss, right? Or they won't compress it and break it. So that's what I want. Now let me build a cap again so none of it goes over the edge. This might be setting it off. Oh. So you see there's a smooth line here. Oh, okay, great. It's just not working at all. Does it need, like... Hold up. Wow. Okay, I get it. I think it, like... It helps a lot if the stone is exposed to the air. And why am I getting cobblestone? Oh no. This is so bad. Okay. Okay, so it looks like if there's a block directly above it, it doesn't want to create moss. Yeah, like this will never turn into moss. But if there's a block 2 above it, it will. So I don't want this to be here. I actually want it to go up one. Sometimes with the cobblestone. So now we want this to be a little higher. That can just be like that, right? Yeah. Man, I'm learning as I go, guys. This is great. So really, this should be outside. Now, I want to prevent cobblestone from being made as much as possible. And I'm gonna have to live with the fact that moss is never gonna grow under here, right? And will that always do that? Can I split a signal like that? No. Why would I want to do that anyway? Does that have to be a target point? No, it doesn't. Okay. So we've eliminated another block that we don't need. Is this full? Okay, why is this? The carpet keep that from working? So, time to experiment. I need a chest. Hopper minecart. So if I drop an item here, it'll be picked up. What if there is a moss carpet? It will not work if there's a moss carpet. So do I need the water to go to that point? So maybe I just need the dispensers, whoops, to be here. That's obsidian. It will never be a moss carpet. Okay. So it seems like we're getting more cobblestone. So what if I just add more time? So now 6, 7, 8. It goes 8. I want to get underneath here, so yeah, I'm gonna need some glass. Uh-oh. This is a sight glass. It's what we call in the industry something so that we can see the inner workings of the machine and see what's going wrong. Alright. So let us see what exactly we got going on here. So what we want is when the piston's open, there's enough time for the water to flow in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And be a we want the lava to come down onto the water. We don't want the lava to come down and then the water to come in. So it looks like sometimes the lava comes down faster. Or is that not true? Maybe that's not. I can load up some more bone meal. So now the egg should push. So the water should come in. Yes. That looks good. Aha. So it's just too long. And if the edges can't push, it's all waste. Because it blocks the water entirely. That's a tough one. So it would be nice if the water was flowing in like any other way and not from the corner. Or if I had some way to always get rid of this corner so it will always move. Because a lot of the times, the water doesn't reach the edge. Yeah, we're getting a lot of cobblestone. Maybe it needs to not be 7 by 7. Maybe this is the best design, which is funny. We've gone full circle. So, when the edge doesn't produce stone, or we don't get moss in this row, that will stay closed. And if the other side opens, it's not enough time for the water to flow all the way down before the lava will hit it and turn into smooth stone. So either I need to figure out a way to make this always be destroyed, figure out a way to make the water flow through better, or make it smaller. I'm gonna have to think about this. Well, okay, yeah, I think that's enough of this. I'm ready to let my mind wander on that. I need to end this episode pretty quick here. Maybe a couple more. 10 minutes or something, but in the meantime, I think we can just relax and start tearing out a forest. So, the purpose of getting all of this moss, what I really want to do is be able to decorate. It's kind of funny because I think I need bone meal more than I need moss, right? What I want my whole area to look like is kind of moss everywhere. So you can see I've spread it quite a bit, but you know, up to here, right, it kind of stops. You get a good look from around here. So there's moss around here, but I want it to like be in this whole area as well. So I really need more bone meal than anything else. Hey buddy, hey Mishi. Alright, I gotta make some food. And then we can get going on our deforestation. So I gotta clear out a ton of trees so that I can build my own. So let's make some food. I need some sugar. Looks like enough. I always forget you can make pumpkin pies in your inventory. do I have powered rails in here? Unusual. So I don't want to use fire to clear out my forest because I want to collect the wood. Because who knows what I'll use it for. And maybe I can use it to create a chest area. It seems like I need that pretty bad, doesn't it? This is pretty abysmal. Bow can go away. I'll put that in the redstone container because I will need to make a dispenser eventually. I think I need to play around with the moss farm camera and figure it out really well before implementing it. I know you can make an infinite bone meal farm. I just don't know how. So I'm thinking around this area is where I want to do my sequoias. Kind of where these dark oak is. Get up here. So I'm gonna have like an entrance to my chest farm there. You know what would be cool is if there's like a fallen sequoia right here and there's like an opening, a hole in it. Excuse me. Oh. There's like an opening in the sequoia that you can walk through and it will bring you into my cave. So I need to clear this whole area out. But that's pretty cool. There's a pit over there as well by the villagers. Also, I think I need the moss farm to be over there and not inside my cave. So let's just get started. Looks like this is all dark oak. So, yeah, I'll take a couple of these trees down and I think that'll be it for today. I still need time to edit this video and get it uploaded before I go about the rest of my day. So, I want to talk about how I'm going to edit these videos. And kind of my motivation for doing this whole thing. So, I don't know about a lot of you guys, but I feel like the world is moving pretty fast. And there's a lot of content out there that it's very quick. And there may not be nothing wrong about that, just on its own, but it seems like it can be pretty stressful sometimes. And it does seem like over time it gets faster and faster. The editing, it gets louder, the voices, and oh well, okay. When I say that, no, I don't have voices in my head. No, I'm not talking about those kind of voices, guys. Okay. What I mean is, people make fast videos. They talk quickly. They talk loud. And what I want to create is kind of a place with videos that are slower and maybe it's like a podcast more than a video. Something that you can just put on in the background and listen to. And I'm recording it in the morning, so I'm kind of like already, you know, slow and quiet. It's nice early morning here where I am, nice and cool. So I wanted to create kind of a getaway from everything else, because I understand a lot of us have a lot going on. And, you know, it's not always good to distract yourself from what needs to happen. But sometimes you just do need that break. So I hope that I can provide that to some people and help them calm down and relax. And I'm calling it Minecraft Morning because I'm recording it in the morning, but also I thought, maybe people getting ready for their day can just throw it on in the morning and you don't even have to pay attention. But it's just someone kind of gets to be with you while you go about your morning routine. So I don't know, maybe it will grow and be different over time. And something that's always kept me from doing things in the past is that I feel like I need to perfect something before I publish. You know, become great at something before I let the rest of the world see it. But I kind of got tired of that. Needing to be perfect. Needing to have the right artwork, thumbnail, title, everything. And I realized that I don't need to be the best at something to do it. That's kind of backwards, right? You actually need to do something to get better at it. So that's what I'm trying to do. And if I just upload every day, at least every day that I'm hopping on my world and spending some time in here, then I will get better. I'll get better at the commentary, which is the hardest part, and also editing. Maybe I can actually finish my projects in my world. That's something I never did. That always stopped me is I work on stuff and then I just don't finish it. So this is all for my own motivation and not trying to change the world or anything, but I just hope that this can be helpful to someone else out there. Even if it's just one person. I think too many people try to focus on how big of a change, but if you only help one person, that's a pretty big change. No. We don't need to be heroes. You know, if we see all these movies, okay, I'm getting like pretty, this is weird. I'm gonna look back at this and think that this is pretty awkward, but in all the movies, there are heroes, and there's like one person, and they save thousands of people. And I think people think if you are gonna do something good, you have to do it for a lot of people. You have to be big and affect the lives of thousands of people. So it kind of gives you this feeling that if you can't do that, there's not even a reason to start doing something. Don't help out anyone unless you can do it to a significant amount of people. But if everyone just tried to help out the person right in front of them, well, we wouldn't need heroes. We don't need one person to take care of all of us. if we always take care of each other. So, I digress. That was quite the tangent. I'm just trying to find something to talk about while cutting these trees. So, I'm getting a lot of wood from these trees. I didn't realize it's almost a stack from each one. They're massive. The unfortunate thing is, I don't think this is the right color for a sequoia. Sequoias are kind of orange. You should look them up. You know, when I tried to title my video, I realized I don't know how to spell sequoia. So I had to look it up. Don't feel bad if you do too. Whoa. They're kind of orange. They're pretty cool. They, a lot of what makes them large is the bark. But I think the largest tree in the world, not by height, but by diameter, is a sequoia. It's called General Sherman. And I've seen it before. I saw it in person. It's big. It's like, it's larger than my apartment. Okay. Kind of sad, but I'm being beat out by a tree. But to be fair, that tree is like very old, a couple hundred, if not thousands of years old. But what I like about them, they're kind of stumpy. So similar to these trees, they're very wide. They're not very tall. That's kind of cool. But yeah, this is not the right. Maybe if I no, that doesn't look good. Well, that doesn't look bad, but it does not look like a sequoia would. So the unfortunate thing is, I was reading about sequoias, and where a lot of them are is in like California, between like the center of California and Nevada. Up in the mountains, the mountain range that divides Nevada and California. A lot of them were logged and turned into matches because the wood is not good. Like it's I think they're related to pine, like a lot of evergreens that are up in that area. So they logged these trees, I assume because they're just big and they're like, oh, that's a lot of wood. They found out the wood is not very good. You can't like make a framing for a house out of them or anything. So they're like, well, we need to turn it into something. So they made matches out of them and fence wood. So all these beautiful old trees turned into fence wood and burned in matches. So kind of unfortunate, but many of them have been preserved. And there are groves that people are aware of, but they're not public. So there's a lot out there that the public doesn't know where it is. In fact, I believe the tallest tree in the world, which is redwood in like Northern California, its location is kept a secret. So it's been verified that it exists. It's very tall. But the public doesn't know where it is. Only a handful of people, so it's protected. So, anyway, these trees we're not going to tear down. We will, well, these ones we're tearing down. The sequoias will replace them with. They'll stay. Oh, I kind of want those. Let's see. I don't need sticks. I have a lot of sticks. Alright, well, I filled up my inventory and it's getting kind of late. Well, it's not late, but the morning is ending for me. I'm gonna need to get ready for my day soon. And I need to put together this video, so thank you guys for watching. Let me put away this wood that I got. In here. Hey Mishy, how you doing? I'm feeling I'm gonna need more space for this. And moss goes in there. Bulls are from the oaks, so thank you guys for watching. I hope everyone has a great day. I will see you all on Monday. I'm not planning on doing any recording over the weekend. I'm gonna be spending time with family. So I will see you guys weekdays, Monday through Friday, if that works out. So thank you all for watching and just listening and being here and present. So have a great day. Have good rest over the weekend. Spend time with friends and family, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.